8:43 this morning. This weekend marks 21 years since the September 11th terrorist attacks. And throughout our area, we are honoring the 3,000 people, nearly 3,000, who were killed that day. This is new video now from the September 11th remembrance ceremony at Naval Station Mayport. Service members held a moment of silence just a short time ago. Navy ships will also mark the time of each of the 4 attacks with a horn blast. Others are specifically honoring the 400 first responders who were killed that day. Joining me now is JFRD firefighter Nick Billups. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's interesting. Each year I can't believe it's been another year. And so 21 years, I think we all can remember where we were that day. Do you remember that day? I know you grew up in Jacksonville.
Yes, ma'am. I was in middle school.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's far before probably that you had anticipated you become a fireman, or was this something that you always wanted to do when you grew up?
This was a long journey to have, and at first I was at the Williams YMCA as a martial arts instructor and also a personal trainer, and I always wanted to help out, and I figured that this was a great way to give back to the community.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate your service. I know that you've been with the department 3 years.
Yes, ma'am, 3 years.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing on Sunday.
On Sunday, I will be going to the Williams YMCA and I will be attempting to do the climb. I'll be on the Stairmaster in this gear here that we have right here. It is around 80 to 85 pounds. A little bit more if I had the air pack with me, but this is still pretty heavy. I will be going on the Stairmaster. I will be finishing 110 floors, 2,071 steps.
Wow, incredible.
Yes,
and of course, we all remember on that day, while others were rushing to try to get out of the building, there were hundreds of men and women, from the New York City Fire Department. I have a number of relatives actually who were working that day up in New York City, who were running into this building, and they had no idea that they were essentially running to their death, climbing these stairs with this heavy equipment, the smoke everywhere, having trouble, breathing, and just trying to reach as many people as they could.
Absolutely.
Why is this so important for you?
This is important to me because, again, these people make the ultimate sacrifice. When they say that the traditional, when people are running out, we're running in. And this is a call to action. This is a calling job. This job is a calling. For everyone that's on this job, they know for a fact that they're coming here and they're coming expecting to work. And when they go in there, they're expecting to work and they don't think about the precautions. That's one of the things that we think about in terms of we want to go there, as many people as we can, so we can all go home.
We so appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been training for this?
I've been given it a couple months. I usually don't really use the stair climber, but when I do use it, it's kind of to get myself warmed up. But this is definitely a tough thing to do. So now I add it to my regimen of workouts. It's definitely pretty hard to do. I have massive respect for those who do it religiously.
Yeah. And so this is not your first year honoring the men and women who died that day. What else have you done? The same?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I've done the same. I did it before I was hired, and once I got hired, once I got my own year for myself, I immediately said, hey, I'm going to the nearest stair climber I can. And so I called the YMCA and said, can I do it? And they said yes. And I said, let's go.
So, I know that the Y, it's a membership issue and everything, but is there something that people can do to help support you?
If they see me there, wave and cheer me on because I'm going to need it.
Yeah.
I'm going to need it.
Are you allowed to take any breaks at all? Or?
I mean, I'm going to try not to take any breaks. I'm trying to go through the whole thing because, they didn't stop. The brave men and women did not have the option of simply stopping, taking a breath, and going back down. Again, they came in there and expecting to do some work. And so this is just, it may be small, but this is definitely my way of saying thank you so much for those brave men and women.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for doing this.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for also reminding all of us about the service that every fireman and woman does every single day, certainly to help our entire community stay safe.